the banks of the Vistula River, east central Poland. This is the stunning and beautiful weathered city of Warsaw in Poland.
Moi drodzy, 4 minuty do rozpoczęcia półfinału. Wiem o tym, że morale polskich kibiców trochę podupadły, ale pamiętajmy o tym, że
yes, the warm sands of Warsaw. It is today an incredibly warm day. The Brazilians will very much be used to that. Maria Antonelli on the left-hand side wearing the number 2. And Carol there is, of course, the number 1 for the Australian pairing. Maria Artacho, she was born, of course, in Peru. But today in the semi-finals here in Warsaw, a replay of the World Tour bronze medal match from 2018 in Hamburg. It is Maria Artacho, Clancy of Australia against Brazilian pairing Maria Elisa Antonelli and Carolina Salgado. The oldest player on the court is the number 2, Maria Antonelli. There she is, 35 years of age. Her partner just 1 year younger. They're very similar in height, the Brazilian pairing. As the referee just blows the whistle, sending the Brazilians and Clancy back over to the sidelines. Well, barely a cloud in the sky, hugely different to last year here in Warsaw. It's sunny, it's 30 degrees, it's 34 on the sand. Good luck with that, players. Very, very warm indeed. At FIVB Volleyball, if you want to have your say on the action here, the Australians are in the black with the white trim today. On the left-hand side is Maria Artacho. Both live currently in Adelaide. They have 4,960 World Tour ranking points and currently sit 6th in the rankings. The yellow is the Brazilian pairing. They both live in Rio. Their world ranking currently just inside the top 10. They're currently 9th in the world. Of course, Maria Antonelli, the number 2 for Brazil, has $978,000 won on tour. Irini Agazeva of Russia is up on the stand, down on the sand. Probably the warmer position for Milan Vachutka of the Czech Republic. Well, I'm not sure fans of that nature will do much good, but the fans cheer as Carolina Salgado comes out from a very, very famous beach volleyball family. This lady, $616,000 won on tour. Maria Antonelli, who won bronze at the FIVB World Championship way back in 2009 at Stavanger. She comes on to court to Maria Artacho. Finished first 5 times in her career, joined by Clancy, who's finished first 4 times in her career. Artacho, 1 year younger, 25, Clancy 26. These two much younger than the Brazilian pairing. They change sides and we're ready to go. The first semi-final of the FIVB World Tour, $300,000 Warsaw 4-star. Who is going to make their way into the final here? Last year winners Duda and Agata, they're coming next. In the other semi-finals, they saw Manova and Shlukova. Straight in to the net from Maria Antonelli. 1-0 to the Australians. Missing the line. It was there for the taking. Smile on the face from Maria Artacho del Sola. 5'9". Significantly shorter than her counterpart, who gets up from the sand to spike. Carol loses her hat, just about manages to land that shot in. Only just though from Carol. That flew off her head, didn't put her off. 2-1 to the Brazilian pairing of Carol and Maria. Carol will serve. First appearance in Warsaw, 2006. Right-handed spike. Clancy helps herself. Australia. Make it back to 2-2. Early days here, a long, long way to go in this semi-final. Out it goes. 3-2 to the Brazilians, and Carol just pointing at her head. So let's think about this. Maria with the serve, targeting Clancy on the left-hand side as Clancy stands. Carol does well acrobatically. Artacho, one-handed save from Maria. This is great work from both pairings, although rather messy, and then somehow Clancy with the dig, missing absolutely everything. Left alone by the Brazilians. Oh, in fact, they just didn't realise it was going straight down the middle. No one made the move on the Brazilian side of the net. Artacho serves. 3-3. That time Clancy forcing the point a little bit more deliberate in her shot, and straight through the defence of Carol. Change of sides. Artacho will serve. Cross court, very nicely done from Maria. Right-handed. She made her first appearance here 12 years ago, 2007, a year after Carol. Finished 9th, of course, in 2012 at the Olympic Games, playing with Talita. Rather hot-handed there from the Australians. 5-4. Brazilian pairing with an early lead. Oh, the attempt one-handed by Maria just went all wrong. Got nothing right about it. Retreating. Well saved by Carol. Right-handed swing to try and get the ball up and bring Carol back into play. Very much failed to have its desired effect. Lovely serve from Clancy. Into the net it goes, and oh, Brazil. Maria hit 6s and 7s there, and it was all because of the marvellous right-handed serve fading on Maria. Made it difficult then for Carol, and Maria had no chance. Once more, Clancy, power behind her serve. Excellent dig from Artacho. Transitions well. Can't get across. The touch from Clancy took it away from Artacho. Back to 6 apiece. See here, Artacho just over the top. Clancy. Artacho no way of getting back across. Brazilian pairing have played together one more year than this Australian pair, 2017. Maria and Carol got together. 2018, the Australians reunited. They were first a team back in the year of the London Olympics 2012. Clancy dominating at the net. She will want very much to utilise her height in this encounter as they look to stretch a head-to-head lead, which is currently reading 2-0 in favour of Clancy and Artacho. Where Antonelli manages to find the sand on that occasion. Losing by the odd point in 15 at the moment, this Brazilian pair. A very long way to go. We've just seen a superb men's match on court going to 3 sets all the way. Super from Carol. Getting up very, very high. Only won 1 gold together, this Brazilian team. Alina just making sure. Maria, great reactions. Comes forward, right-handed, uses the net to her advantage. It's now 9-8. The Australian lead has not only been diminished, but it's been completely taken away by the team in yellow, the team from South America and Brazil. Alina's block unsuccessful on that occasion. Getting in close to the net. Big contact. No ability there to control. Oh. Carol saw that, her eyes lit up. The spike was very much getting hit here. Saw it very early. Clancy and Artacho tried to pack the centre of the court, and out it went. And again, this time Maria Antonelli. 11-9. The Australians have the lead. Errors coming from this Brazilian pairing. Again, well, that time Clancy stepped left as she looked, and Artacho right to split their defence. And Brazil again made an error. That time Maria makes no error. Technical timeout coming. 21 points, of course, the total when a technical timeout is taken. That was much nicer from Maria. Just down the line, finding the line that time instead of missing it. It is a brutally warm day here in Warsaw. Stunning part of Warsaw, right by the Vistula River. Paddleball courts just down the road, a rowing club, volleyball club. Purpose-built. It will be a day where any shade the players can take will be very, very welcome. The women's gold, silver and bronze to be decided today. Men's tomorrow. Carol comes back out, pumped up and ready to go. Artacho and Clancy just the 1 point lead. And the serve for Maria Antonelli. Good pace there from Artacho. And now Clancy. An easy attack. First dig. Space past Carolina. Poor serve that time from Artacho. Drifting right to left. Not much wind here. That was not a good return. Artacho just floating the ball, offering it back up to this Brazilian pairing, who 9th in the world rankings, 3 places below the Australians. And an ace. Carolina making sure once more Carolina serves. Clancy, left-hand side, good defense this time from Carolina. Transitions quickly. Makes the point hers. 14-12. Intense from the Brazilians. That made them unstoppable on that occasion. 24th tournament together for the Brazilian pairing as a timeout is taken and the sand will be quickly repaired. A song that frankly every Australian sports person must be absolutely sick and tired of. It's played every single time Australia play anywhere, in any sport, in any country in the world. More like Australian conditions here. Be by Bondi Beach right now, but instead by the Vistula River. Two-point lead for Maria and Carolina. 14-12 the score. Looking for their first ever win against this Australian pairing. Carolina serves once more. Clancy's set. Maria. Great defence. Carolina that time. Artacho loses her hat, cuts cross court. Does very, very well indeed, because Carolina getting across there, it wasn't guaranteed. Had to be a good spike to beat her. Cleverly done by Clancy, just manoeuvring the defence. Artacho with a come on from her partner. Gets up very quickly. Brazilians have committed themselves centrally. 14 times. Maria has finished first on the world stage. 150th competition she's played in. Australia have 15-14 lead here. Sorry, the Brazilians have 15-14 lead here. Del Sola evens it up. Fairly casual in her approach and then just hitting with the outside of the hand on the spike. Powerful, precise as well. Selena fairly close to the line on that occasion. Tries to rush in and defend. And 16 all. The Australian shortest match this week. 35 minutes. Started against Bienek and Schneider. Pool E, Germany, winning. Only loss of the week coming against Kolomina and Makroguzova of Russia. 17, 21, 20, 22 in 39 minutes for the Australians. Now looking for their fourth win since that Clancy. That will help them back to 17s. Keeping themselves in this first set. The Brazilian pairing, they're looking for their 5th straight win here in Warsaw 2019. Unbeaten so far. Artacho del Sola gets there significantly so because it pushes Australia 18-17 into the lead. Means that Australia are just 3 points away from taking the first. Brazil, Maria Antonelli, Maria Elisa Mendes Digon Antonelli to give her a full name, and Carolina Salgado Colette Solberg take the time out. Refreshments being taken in the stands. And it is one of those days just to slow down the action at any point possible, because on court 34 degrees we saw. It's really a feet burning type of day on the sand here in Warsaw. Opening exchanges between these two very evenly matched. High energy when the ball's in play. Energy conservation the rest of the time. A long way to go before medals are handed out here in Warsaw later on this evening. Maria. Out it goes. 19-17. Oh, a drastic error. It was there for the taking. Lovely serve. Once more, this time from Artacho. Into the net goes Clancy. With success. With her block, it brings up set points suddenly. I said they were just 3 away. Well, they're now just 1 away. Artacho serving for the first. Out it goes. There is the first set. It goes the way of the Australians. They've served well, and they've taken the first 21 points to 17 after even Stevens opening. Well, in the end, it's errors from Maria Antonelli which have really made the difference, but also good serving from the Australian pair of Artacho, who finished that off well, and Clancy earlier on with some brutish serves right to left. 21-17, women's semi-final number 1. As the crowds swelter. Australia have a 1-0 advantage. Of course, Brazil have 2 chances in the women's semi-finals of a finalist, with Duda and Agata to come later on today. They play qualifiers from the USA.
to zauważycie grające w pocie czoła młode osoby w wieku lat 12 i młodsze, to bardzo miły widok. Uczymy siatkówki plażowej od Warsaw. A druga sprawa, o której warto powiedzieć, trwa zbiórka potencjalnych dawców szpiku. Jeżeli wyjdziecie za trybuną główną, można się zgłosić.
Carol is now ready. She's the last on to court.
Bądź dawcą szpiku, bo nic nie boli.
As Artacho waits to serve. Second set underway. Clancy and Artacho del Sola have a 1-0 lead. And a 1-0 lead in set number 2. In terms of their career, would be their 6th career final if they can finish off this set in style. Second at the Jinjiang 4 start back in May. 720 tour ranking points, $16,000. Apart from that, third at the Xiamen 4 start back in April as well, finishing with $10,000. And of course that bronze medal in the World Tour Finals in August last year. Last victory together came in Espinho in Portugal. A day I remember well, another beautifully warm day on the coast of Portugal, just outside the magnificent city of Porto, somewhere that the World Tour is returning to in the not too distant future. The feet of Maria are called into action, totally legitimate, totally fair. Use any part of the body. At the moment, the Brazilians need something to change here. Because this second set has started well for the team in black from Australia. Artacho again, just picking off another point. Carol and Maria Antonelli at the moment have no answer to the proactiveness of this pair from Adelaide. They might have got there via Peru and Kingaroy, but they now very much live in Adelaide. Superb. Clancy, dominant at the net. 184 centimetres in new money, 6 foot and old. She bullied Maria at the net that time. Maria 176 centimetres or 5'9", depending on what you work in. 5-1, timeout called. The Brazilians will be fuming and will want to have a conversation, although no talking currently taking place between them really. These two experienced. Maria looks like she's struggling in the heat here. And if it carries on like this, they will be having to settle in Maria Antonelli's 150th career tournament for either their second bronze medal together or their fourth place finish. Let's have a look at how the Australians have started so strongly in this second set. We wait for Carolina to return, asking for more water. Under 21 World Championships coming up in middle end of June over in Thailand, Udon Thani. 2019 FIVB Beach Volleyball World Championships, Hamburg. Maria being treated here. Not sure if that's a shoulder injury or purely the heat, I would suggest. Yeah, it looks to me like it's the heat that's got to her. She really did seem to be struggling. Not great in your 150th tournament to see this happening. Volleyball World Championships, Hamburg. Will it be that warm in northern Germany? Lovely, delightful city of Hamburg. That's coming up 28th of June, 7th of July. How is it the middle of June already? This year, 2019, absolutely racing away. World Tour 5-star Gstaad, middle of July. The famous venue in Switzerland. Espinho, I mentioned earlier, men's and women's 4-star. The Portuguese coast, 12th to the 14th of, sorry, 17th to the 21st of July for that one. No doubt that one will be scorching also. Replay of how Clancy bullied her way at the net while Maria is currently getting treatment. No doubt who that man is supporting today. Latvians always so proud and passionate. Shamalovs and Schmedins knocked out though in the quarterfinals earlier on. Such keen social media posters, those two. Still, we wait. Karolina takes the opportunity just to take on some more refreshments. The Australians, well, this break won't be helping them. 5-1 up, 1-0 up, the perfect start. The crowd are made to wait for more action here. 46 minutes, the longest match for the Australian pairing in this competition. They've gone to 3 the last 2 times. It took them to 15-13 to see off Rebecca and Ana Patricia of Brazil, the #1 seeds, dispatched of in the quarterfinals by Artacho and Clancy, and still Maria gets treatment. How long will this go on for before I hope she doesn't have to make a decision either way. I hope she's okay to continue, but clearly player safety. You can see the energy being taken on by Clancy there to ensure that the same doesn't happen to her. Hydration, hydration, hydration. Players taking on a mixture of sugary drinks and, of course, as much water as possible. Which, of course, in long games can be an issue in itself. Elite level sport in very, very warm countries. You're talking litres and litres and litres of water through the day to keep you properly hydrated. Maria is back on court. We hope she's okay. Let's see how she goes. But for Artacho and Clancy, no doubt that now is a huge fillip for them. They will be looking the shorter of the 2 players on the Brazilian side of the net and thinking, this is ours for the taking. Their last final was Espinho. Their last final was in 2018. Can they make a first of this year? Well, the response from the Brazilians is their second point, only their second point. And it's Maria who searched for it, and then Carol, who finished it off. Oh, what a serve. Maria has come back from getting treatment for essentially difficulties with the heat, and that is serve of the day from her. Clancy returns to normal service for Australia, punchy at the net. Gives Artacho the chance. She's won less than half the career earnings of Taliqua Clancy, who has, as a pair, $40,000 won this year. Clancy, of course, played at the 2015 World Championships in The Hague, that superb Split City World Championships. The Hague was where the finals were played and where I had the pleasure of spending time. And if we're talking about heat, The Hague in 2015 was hitting 40 degrees every single day. The main stadium was overlooking the Dutch Prime Minister's office, if I remember rightly, on an island. And The Hague was absolutely buzzing. The city which hosted the Hockey World Cup back in 2014, hosted the Beach Volleyball World Cup in 2015. It has form of hosting superb world elite level events. Warsaw here serving up a superb 4-star event on the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour. Poland always serves up magnificent beach volleyball, and how Polish beach volleyball has been thriving in the last 18 months or so. At the net, Clancy wins the battle. And now look at the score. 10-3 after Maria's heroics coming back from treatment. Well, Carolina just didn't have the energy to get there, and then the slip up from Maria. Well, have your say on the action at FIVB Volleyball at Dan Strange TV if you want to get in touch with your thoughts. Great response, Carolina. Well played. 11-4. Maria waiting now to serve. No top 4 in 2019 for the 9th best pair in the world, and at the moment it looks like this will be no final for them once more. Will of course be their first top 4 here in Warsaw. But Maria has to turn things around pretty quickly because the bronze medal match just hours away. And she clearly isn't feeling her best. Off the block of Clancy, Artacho passes comment. Surely all Clancy and Artacho need to do now is hold their nerve and play this one out. They've got a significant lead, 7 points. Maria unmoving in the back of the court. Carolina energetic, one-handed. Artacho takes everything off that. That was almost going backwards. It was going so slowly and ended up in the net. Very much not where the Australian #1 planned it to be. Well, there's deafness. And then there's putting so much spin on the ball that it almost comes back and bumps you on the forehead. 13-7, 7-13. The Brazilians are going down fighting here. Maria, brave. She gets herself an ace right on the money. Clancy, lovely, cutting spike. Well, the Australian pair, as they did here, no doubt are going to target Maria. As game plans go, Brazil have been forced to show their hand, and that being that Maria is not the most well on court today, sadly. Fans loving the heat, the party atmosphere here in Warsaw. The FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour always is, of course, a party. The World Tour finals this year in the Italian capital city of Rome, 4th to the 8th of September over in Italy. Followed quickly, 10 days later, Olympic qualification for the men. That takes place over in China. It's a big year for these elite athletes on the FIVB Beach Volleyball World Tour. Artacho's dig, not successful on that occasion. Sent the ball out of court. Carolina isn't done yet. Very intense words with Maria, who currently is breathing very deeply and was just staring down at the sand. That's really poor that time from Clancy, and Carolina makes sure, and at the moment she is driving this pair forward. The determination of Carolina Solberg, the 34-year-old. Finished 9th here last year, this pair. Chasing a 4th FIVB career gold for Carolina. And Maria, well, the veteran, pulls her partner up off the court. And this is a comeback and a half from these Brazilians. They may still be 4 points down. But it is taking some doing to fight back. They were 10-3 down at one point. The Australians' mental strength being tested here. And Maria now suddenly has got a second wind. 11-14. Timeout called for Australia. Maria will be delighted to have a break, have a breather, take on board more energy. Look at the amount of bottles. Cold towels, no doubt they've been in the freezer or the fridge. Hitting them on the back of the neck and trying to cool down the... These players. Of course, don't forget they play come rain or shine. Remember here last year it was windy, it was nothing like this sort of weather. It had been, they'd had a heat wave here for 6 weeks before the Warsaw Open of 2018. Sadly, the 3 days we were here, it was like Great Britain currently is at the moment. Wind, rain, it's like it's the middle of February. Come back to the action. Carroll to serve for the Brazilians, who are currently on a run. It's broken though. Clancy and Artacho's focus regained at the break. We're at the Monte Beach Volleyball Club in Warsaw. They did just to the right-hand side and did enough to create the error in defence from the Brazilians. Maria just gets that on the line. Exceptional focus from this Brazilian pairing to keep this close. Reverse dig from Carolina. Maria, who, well, it wasn't far away at all there. Artacho into Maria. Carolina does anything to get the ball back over acrobatically. Oh, and Artacho's missed the line. 13-15 at the moment. Brazilian panache and Australian errors are keeping the South Americans in this one. Maria waits to serve. "12 World Tour wins for her, 14 wins in her career." Will Australia sneak over the line? First set was incredibly even, very steady first set, and suddenly the serving of Artacho to the end of the set made a big difference, as Clancy's had made a difference early on with some darting serves. Now can Clancy close out from 16-13? Maria into that dig of Artacho. Brings the 30th point up. It goes the way of the Brazilian pair. That didn't help Artacho. Clancy smashes the spike into the flailing hands of Maria. Maria over the head of Artacho safely. 15-17. This Brazilian pair just willing each other on. Wrong call from Artacho there. Clancy with the dig. Artacho into Maria, who reverses her hands and tries a reverse dig, really. And somehow 16-17. Australian pairing Artacho and Clancy wavering here, faltering at the vital time.
Tak jest, nie ma remisu, jest 18-16. 18-16.
That time Maria, as brave as she is, couldn't get there. Maria into the net it goes. Change once more. It has been a phenomenal effort from a lady who was literally out on her feet at the start of this second set, where Antonelli had to have treatment for the heat. time she actually reached above Clancy at the net. Clancy finishes the point and brings up now match point. First final. Sorry, second final of 2019 for Artacho and Clancy is there for the taking. Second in Xinjiang in May. And they look to do at least as well again here, this time in Warsaw, Poland. There it is. Look at what it means to Artacho. Clancy and Artacho have seen off Maria Antonelli, and they have done so in the end relatively easily. 21-17 in the first, 21-16 in the second. Carolina, she'll be disappointed. They know full well that they were brave to even push it that far, Salgado and Antonelli, because Maria Antonelli was just, honestly, she looked like she wouldn't be able to continue to get within 5 points. There was 10-3 down at one point in the match early on. To get within 5 and fight for that place in the final. Very, very brave indeed, commendable from the Brazilian pairing. But it is Clancy and Artacho who make their second final of the year. Can they get their first win of the year? Xinjiang, it wasn't meant to be. Can they get their name and themselves on the top of the podium here in Warsaw? There's confirmation of the score in the first semi-final. The sixth best team currently in the world, seeing off a team 3 places below them in ninth. We're going to go down onto the sand, Clancy and Artacho. Well, congratulations. Congratulations to the Australian pairing. And this is how they did it in the end. Carolina and Maria worked tirelessly to fight back after going 1-0 down, and with Maria's issues, her medical timeout, of course. But in the end, Clancy and Artacho just had too much. The 6th best team in the world, looking to improve their world ranking from here. 4,960 points they have currently. The likes of Kleiman and Ross and Anna, Patricia and Rebecca just above them. And they make it final number 2 for 2019. Thank you for joining us here at the Monta Beach Volleyball Club, where we've got plenty of action throughout the weekend, but for now, it's goodbye.
Niektórzy polewają się potem, niektórzy chwytają witaminkę D. Opalają się, jest gorąco, jest pięknie, a niektórzy muszą sobie